Alright, girly. Get your party hat because we're going to poke somewhere kind of sensitive back there. I know, you're being a good girl. Is that on ya?
Hey, this is the only place she gets to visit.
Yeah, she loves it. You're a good girl. It's okay. I'm gonna get it off of your nose for you. And then one of you guys just want to come up and talk to her and pet her. It's not, it's not on super tight. She can still pant through and stuff, but it is kind of a delicate area that I'm getting ready to poke, so I wouldn't appreciate her for not letting me.
All right, girl.
You're alright, precious. It's okay, girlie. Little pinch ready?
Easy, girl.
Good girl. Good girl. Let's see if we've got enough cells here. And then she's like, she's good at grabbing them all too. Hold on just a sec. Don't take it off just yet. Let's see if we have to do one more poke.
You'll be all right.
You're doing good. It's okay, honey. You're alright. Okay.
You gotta have a chat, girl.
Good girl. Okay. Let me go spread these out and check it under the microscope. You can unsnap that for her if you want to. Give her a break for a few minutes while I look this over, okay?
No, you ain't going out there. Come out. See? Wasn't that bad, was it?
She's like, where'd you go?
Come here.
No, woman.
Come here.
See, she don't growl at her ever.
Yeah, the doors you put up there in the house like that, but on that thing, where you got the handle, it's got a little thing you can turn that comes out and hooks.
Yeah, see, that's what it is. If it comes back right here on her tail, they won't remove it. If it comes back anywhere like down here, just like she said, they'll remove it again while she's getting that removed. That's why she said is go ahead and check it now. That way they kind of know. That way she ain't gotta have 2 surgeries, if anything. Because this is way down here.
Didn't you say that would look like it was just barely attached?
That?
Yeah.
It's attached like right along the top of her gum line somewhere. Like it's covering her tooth or her tooth is either gone. Like her fang tooth is right here, and then the teeth next to it is what it's covered.
Broke it off.
One of her little tiny teeth. It's like connected to one of her little tiny teeth.
Might have broke that thing off or something.
It's like
it's hard to see. Easy, girl. Yeah.
see how her tooth is like.
Tooth's there.
You can see it on the bottom too, though. When you lift it up, how it's like pink and where it's growed from like covering her tooth. Did you see her face? She was like, wow, that got there quick. I'm like, you're telling me.
Well, one thing, we don't never really shut our mouth all like that a lot.
No, but you better believe now I'm going to. It says the reason why she wanted us to open her mouth is because when I was reading about those, usually when they have one in their mouth, they usually have another one starting somewhere else. They can get them in the back of their mouth too on their teeth. But see, hers is right here in the front. And I didn't see, you can look in her teeth and I don't see none anywhere else. Let's hope to God that that thing is a cyst and not that tumor coming back already that big.
It seemed like it had come out of the skin like the one did.
It just depends.
It was like a hard bowl. Golf ball. Not as big, not quite as big.
Well, just like she said, the reason why she's concerned is because it's right underneath. And it's hard, and it's hard to tell by feeling her tail right here because this is all scar tissue.
Mm-hmm.
But the way those tumors grow, they grow in the connective tissue, so that could possibly be one. That's what she's saying. That's why she wanted to test it, just to be safe.
easy, girl. You just set.
Just like she said, she's got it irritated. Because usually they're the same color as their gums. They ain't like a green and a purple color, but she's got it, hers aggravated because it's purple, green, and her pink color. And it grew like this. It's like, it grew like a little flat thing and then a bump on top of the flat thing, like right here. Yeah, I see blood over there by the door. Where she's aggravated it. Plus her bottom tooth, every time she closes her mouth and opens her mouth, her bottom tooth rubs it. It's rubbing up against it. Because her tooth just like rests on it, like I said. The way it grew right around her bottom tooth when her mouth is closed. So that's good that she ain't like chewing on it or nothing, because it ain't in the way of that, but it just rubs against her tooth and that's what aggravates it. That's like a fucking ovary or something. Feels like a small egg.
Come here.
She's the one that removed it the last time. That's why she was checking it out too. But yeah, it looks great. Great.
Come here. Come here. You're gonna be a nester now. Come here, girl.
Alright, so under the microscope, that looks like another sarcoma. The spot that's down there further, which, not good. The one, how fast they can sometimes grow. The fact that it's coming out in a spot that's not directly attached to that same spot means it's metastasizing, regionally at least at this point. But then that makes me worry that this in her mouth could be the same thing too. That's not good either. Even if you remove that and that, it's going to pop up somewhere else. You're just kind of putting out fires little by little, and it's going to keep doing it over and over again. Chemotherapy would be, it can be used in these guys sometimes with an oncologist. In addition to surgery, that alone often isn't enough, but sometimes can buy you time.
And they told me over the phone it can be very expensive.
It can be very expensive. And radiation
And that's
is the
what I
only
have a problem with.
Right. Radiation is about the only other thing that they use in these. But guys, if she were my dog, I don't think that I would continue to keep trying to put her under anesthesia and take a piece here and take a piece there, because it's popping up at other spots probably that we can't even see yet. And it might just be another month and it comes up in another spot and then another spot.
That's what he said before too.
Right. So the fact that it just keeps coming up is not good. I don't know that it's the best plan for her to go in there and try and remove that one on her gums, because I'm concerned that it's a sarcoma too. A lot of times that invades down in the bone. You actually have to remove part of their bone right there.
Yeah, that's what I was reading on the internet. Their teeth sometimes have to be removed, their bone.
Right. And realizing that it might be just another month and it comes up in another spot after you do all of that. So that's hard on her. That's not necessarily fair to her either. We can treat things symptomatically. We can put her on pulsing antibiotics and pain medication. That's about all that we can do symptomatically to help the one in the mouth. The one further back isn't painful to her right now. It's not causing any issues where it is, but if it grows quickly, it could. And I think that's your other option, is just kind of deal with things symptomatically, and if it gets worse, then euthanasia is a consideration for realizing that these are gonna keep popping up all over the place. But I don't know that, if it were me, I wouldn't try and keep putting her under anesthesia and then taking off a little here and a little there, and then in another month you're going here and here in another spot. That's what I would be worried about.
Yes.
If you guys wanted another opinion, I can refer you to one of the veterinary surgeons for another opinion if you'd like to. I think that's an option if you wanted to do that. But Like I said, I'm not real gung ho about putting her under to try and take
Yeah.
her out of that, because I just have the bad feeling that in another month we're gonna be going, alright,
Mhm.
here's a new spot here and there. Or that the base of that other one that we said we're pretty sure we didn't get all of it is gonna flare back up by then, you know? Right now she's, you know, even you're doing the soft food for her, which is fine. And, you know, it's kind of infected right now, so an antibiotic might help some, but sometimes they get so big so quickly that they outgrow their blood supply, and then they get that infected look where the tissue kind of
Mhm.
dies off and it smells and has the bad
Yeah,
infected look.
it
just
kind of
from
smells
that.
a little bit now.
Right. So I mean, I think, you know, short term we do some pain medicine, some antibiotics, but it's not a long term fix, and I don't know that there's a great long term fix for her, unfortunately. I think for each spot you see, there could be plenty of others that we don't just yet. Not great news. Sorry, guys.
I don't know.
Do you have any other questions for me? No? Do you want me to send you some antibiotics and
Yeah.
some pain medicine and kinda, I'll do a couple weeks worth and kinda see where you're at there, see how things are going for her? The antibiotics is, we could pulse dose where we could do like a week on and then a couple of weeks off and a week on and a couple of weeks off. You don't wanna keep her on them continuously
Yeah.
all the time, so that's gonna be hard on her too. The pain medicine she can stay on all the time, doesn't hurt anything necessarily at this point.
Alright.
Okay, alright. Well, I'm sorry, I was sure hoping that things would stay quieter longer than that. Angry tumor there though.
Yeah.
Alright guys, well, I'm gonna get the antibiotic and the pain medicine for you, and then if you guys wanna just stay put here, we'll check you out, okay? Alright. Here's my precious. Did she already get a treat?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I think I at least take one off her lip.
No, because then it'll come, like I read on the internet, it's bound to come back.
Let her go then. All you can do.
Because like you said, every time we remove something, something pops back up.
We're gonna end up putting her down before it's all said and done. Better live out her life like she wanted it to be. Pretty much.